high enough that if a stressed developer comes out and says, I'm going to cut the price, I'm going to cut it by how much of a percent, and it's a good price in the market, and it's going to last for only 10 days. Does he have the confidence that this developer will deliver? You know, even if I pay at that price, because even at a cut price, it's still steep. A house is still an expensive proposition for anyone. So will the consumer still have that confidence, and how can he bring back that confidence?
Well, real estate scenario has changed. The way you do real estate business is no more like how you did it in the yesteryears. All those developers who have bought real estate by buying the land and getting into development are dead days. You can't buy the land and then build and then do advertising, marketing and sales and exit the market. It's impossible. The customer today is not going to buy just because the developer is giving a huge discount. That's not a possibility again. You need to create a value proposition for the customer. Today, during a transaction between a developer and a customer, the customer will buy only if he feels that this transaction benefits me more than it is benefiting the seller, who's the developer. So the scenario has changed. One of the most important aspects where the price model went wrong was, one is developers got heavily funded. So people who got funded committed bigger mistakes because they had money to cover the area of slow sales, where their product become expensive, because no customer today wants to pay for the wrong decisions and mistakes of the developer. So funded project is more expensive to sell than an asset-light, a fund-light project. There are mathematical calculations which say if the cost of the project, the fund exposure on a project is not more than 15% of the overall cost of the project, you are in safe hands. If you are beyond 15%, then you are going to be in a dicey situation, because your profits are not going to cover up your interest component of the fund that you have taken, and the sales are slow. So the candle is burning not only from the top, it is also burning from the down. And when RERA comes in, demonetization happens and GST comes in, the candle also starts burning from the center. So there are more defaults happening, more accidents happening. So you really need to be critically aware of how smart your business model can be. No more ever in the future is real estate going to be a situation where a developer will buy land and develop the project. It's going to be purely driven by joint venture developments. The landlords are not going to get exit for their lands, so they are going to exit it through the development model. And what is more critically important to be understood, in cities, metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta or Bangalore or Chennai, the purchasing power of the people, so we are a largely middle class population, India is a largely middle class population. They will today prefer to stay in rented apartments where the rentals per annum is just 1 to 1.5%, and they will start investing in assets which are for metro cities within 90 kilometers from the metro city, in 2-tier cities 45 kilometers from the 2-tier city, where valuation happens. Like suppose on the outskirts when you buy today, the value of that area within 5 years will become a part of the metro city and it will multiply. Valuation game has become very critical. Buyers are very intelligent. They buy houses on the outskirts of the city and they live on rentals within the city. So this model is now making young Indians, the millennials, create a model where they pay rent and they pay installment to an asset which is just on the outskirts of the city, and this way wealth creation is happening. This is a new model emerging and it is doing magic to a lot of developers and to a lot of metro cities and 2-tier cities. So the scenario is changing. It is the customer wants gold at the price of silver. The developer who understands this will win the game.
Rohit, you want to add to that? I think, yeah.
I just want to clarify, right? I don't think that the steep price cut is something that will work if you have no concrete being poured on your site.
Yeah.
The customer is smart enough to recognize that if your project is stalled, right? And in fact, he is well advised to not even go to that developer, right? So I think it depends on what your situation is. If you're in the deeply stressed category, price cuts are going to do nothing, because you have no work going on the site.
So you have to give confidence to the consumer that he will get these
that situation where you still have the capacity to deliver and the customer can see it and perceive it. Then I think a price cut model can work. In the other case, well, cut your asset, cut your price on the land you bought and walk away. And the only one other thing which I differ from you is we've been doing, in 45 years of real estate development, we've done one joint development. I don't want to do it again. So we only go out, buy land. It certainly cuts down our ability to scale and to grow, because you have to cut the check.